and welcome. Thanks for joining me. If this is your first time here, I hope you consider subscribing and also click on that bell button so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. And if you enjoyed this tutorial, please give me a big thumbs up. It'll help my channel grow, and also share with friends and family. So for today's tutorial, I'm going to show you what I ended up doing with the TV table tray, my tray, and also the lampshade that I purchased at the thrift store. Basically what I'm going to do is remove the legs off of my TV tray, my TV table, just like so. And I didn't show the footage for some reason. I guess I didn't record it, but I also removed the front piece of wood that holds the table also. The one with the little metal hook on top. So also remove that as well if you decide to make something similar to this. One trick that I can give you guys that you might not know, or just a suggestion, when you are going to thrift stores, before you go to thrift stores, if you're looking for something specific or particular that you're trying to keep your eyes out for, if you know the measurements, just write them down on a piece of paper or maybe on your phone in your notes or something, some kind of app. And have the measurements, and have a small little measuring tape with you, or even ask at the thrift store if they have a measuring tape that you can use while you're walking around. That way, if you ever do come across something that you think might fit it or be perfect, you'll have the right sizes already, and you won't just buy something you don't need or that really isn't going to fit. Because I've done that a few times, and then I end up with something that I just really don't need, and I don't want to get rid of it because I like it, but I have no place to put it. So that's a trick that I started doing. No matter what it is, if it's a different, like say some curtains or something, I just try to keep, on my pictures or something, a shade of the same color, or just something to help you when you are out there looking at thrift stores or yard sales. You'll know exactly what you need, and you won't be guessing with the size or the shade of color. So what I'm going to do on this table tray is basically remove all the little aluminum that it had, the little arrows. And I'm sure there was an easier way to do that, but I just used some scissors. And then I flipped it over and tried to measure the size of the tray and put my table legs in the center of it, just like so. And I don't know if you can see it on camera, but I do have some lines kind of where to show me where the center was and where I should put my table tray legs. So what I'm going to use to attach the legs to my tray is some wood glue, and also a little bit of hot glue, but it really isn't necessary because you're basically, at least I did, I just set this aside and allowed it to dry for overnight actually. And then once you do allow it to dry and it's completely dry, just give it a light sand, and then I painted it all white using some Waverly chalk paint. And here I am just adding something heavy to the sides and also on top so it can dry correctly and be secure. And then once it was completely dry, I just added the screws to the tray and the legs that it came with. So like I said, just go ahead and set that aside. And now what we're going to do is redo this lampshade that I purchased for 50 cents. So I just removed the lampshade cover and got some jute twine from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to wrap the jute twine around the lampshade. And something that I do when I do wrap anything around with jute twine, since it's so small, thin, and it'll just take forever to me to wrap it around just using one strand at a time, I kind of roll quite a bit out of jute twine and make about 3 to 4 strands, and then just start wrapping it around whatever I'm wrapping it around for, like for instance right now, the lampshade. And it just goes by a little bit faster. It still takes a while, but it's not as long to wrap something around. And just go ahead and start wrapping. And every so often, just add some hot glue. I usually add hot glue, especially for something like this, where the next attachment is at. Or the next section would be at, like somewhere around here, I'll just add a little bit of hot glue just to keep it secure. And while you're wrapping the jute twine, just make sure you tightly wrap it. Because once you start adding the glue, obviously you can't, keep tightening it. So just try to make sure you've tightened it as much as you need before you start adding your glue. So what I did was basically wrap it around every area of the lampshade. And for instance, I'm using this lampshade as a candle holder simply because I wanted some kind of candle holder where I could put items underneath it. But I didn't want it to be a glass dome. I wanted it to be more of the farmhouse country theme. So when I saw this lampshade, I thought, perfect, this is a perfect way I can use it as a dome and a candle holder as well. You guys let me know in the comments down below, what other things do you use your lampshades for? And with the jute twine, you can make all kinds of designs. You don't necessarily have to just wrap around the lampshade wiring. You can do all different kinds of designs. Here, for instance, I'm just going to go ahead and cross it to the other side of the corner where the bar is at. Add some glue, and then I'm going to start wrapping it around there just to give it some kind of design in the middle of between each section. I absolutely love how this ended up looking, even on my table, because if the versatility of what I can use this for, if I do get tired of using it as a candle holder, I can easily just put it on a lamp and use it as a lampshade. But again, I can even put a tray on here and add it for maybe some like a cake stand or a dessert table stand. That would also look really cute for a lampshade. DIY also. So don't get me wrong, the lampshade does take a while to cover with your jute twine, even though you do wrap it around with a few strands at a time. But you can just easily sit down, watch a movie or what have you, and just go ahead and wrap it around. You guys let me know any tricks that you have of how to go shopping at thrift stores. What, techniques or things that you guys do to make it easier and make sure you get the right items that you need in the right size. So here you have it all wrapped up. Just go ahead and get a lighter and burn off any of the edges just so it can have more of a finished look. And here it is how it looks with my wooden carrots underneath. And here is the table. So what do you guys think? Not bad for $5, huh? I absolutely love my little lampshade too. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time, you guys stay blessed. Bye.